Hello everybody, this is Tina with Tia's Treasures, and today I have for you day 24 with the Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar. Day 24, our last day. Okay, let's take a look. If you stay till the end of this video, I will show you all the cards I made from day 1 through 24, and I will give you my opinion on the kit or the advent calendar. Okay, so this is a little suitcase shown at 80%, meaning it's just a little bit. That's kind of neat looking. Can you see that? Not sure what sentiment I'm going to use with that. I think maybe like bonjour. We got that in day, was that day, not day 12, day 13. Yeah, we had merci, ciao, bonjour, hello. I like bonjour. Isn't it like, yeah. Let's just pull out. We'll go ahead and we'll pull out day 13 and plan on using it. So let me think about how we're going to put this card together, and I will be right back. Okay, because this is like old-time luggage, to start, I have a piece of distressed cracked leather cardstock that I am going to just ink blend some gathered twigs all over, and then I'm going to die cut our little suitcase pieces out of this. So I'll start off, and then we're going to skip ahead because you don't need to watch me doing this whole thing, getting this whole thing kind of this brown color. But that's what I'm going to do to start. Okay, I did all our die cutting. Originally, I cut out just this piece, and we really don't need this piece. What we needed was these two positioned together, and to give us kind of the outside and the hardware for our trunk or our carrying case, suitcase, whatever you want to call it. First, I used gold, and I think that was just a little bit too shiny with the handles. The buckles look good, but it was just a bit too much. So then I still went with gold, but I have some pearlescent cardstock that's quite a bit duller, that I think is going to go better with our little suitcase. And these little things, I cut them out in orange because if they were plastered on the trunk, you'd want them to be visible, you know, like air, for the airfare or airline or whatever. And we've got these different shapes. We do have the tag cut. Like I said, I colored a little bit too much of this paper, but that's okay. And then I got a piece of blue cardstock out of my stash. I think this is Simon Says cardstock, Simon Says stamp. And I have got a bold print cling stamp from Hero Arts. So I went ahead and did tone on tone with that, so we can put our suitcase right on top of it. And this, I think we're going to stamp in white, and we will use some sort of die to cut it out. I'm thinking, I don't know if I should use the same color as this, but you know, we'll cross that when we get to it. So at any rate, yeah, we're not going to just stamp it here. That would be too busy. And let's just go ahead and put our little suitcase together. The nice thing about having this piece here is I can glue everything on it before we transfer it onto our background. So I'm going to put some glue right around here. And I still don't know what we're doing tonight. You know, being Christmas Eve, usually we've been invited to my son's in-laws, and he didn't say anything this year, so I hate to invite ourselves. My family, we used to all go to one of my uncle's homes, but now that he passed, I'm not sure. You know, he passed way too young too, so. But anyway, neither here nor there. Now that he's gone, I'm not sure where the festivities are going to be. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be at one of my aunts, and I can call them and be like, yo, can I come over? And they'd be like, yeah, don't even have to ask. So, yeah, I've got an aunt who's almost more like a sister because she's only 4 years older than I am. And she's got a pretty big house, and so that's where a lot of the festivities probably are going to be. I know Thanksgiving was there, so I imagine, you know, she loves entertaining. You know what? Let's get this even, because I don't want these to be in the wrong spot. I want them to kind of come down where that handle is. Oh, look, we've got 2 little marks on there. I did not even see them until now. That tells us where to put this. Nice. Makes it just a tad easier, because then we know it's going to be even. And, you know, then we're going to put our little other pieces on along with our little buckles. And if you don't like hearing my little stories, you can let me know in the comments section. I don't want to bore anybody too much, but yet again, you know, while I'm doing this, I figured might as well have a conversation. Otherwise, you're just watching me glue stuff on, and I figured that can get boring too. Come on, glue down. Glue, glue, glue. And you know what? I wonder if we should poke out this little hole there. Because if you know, I don't know if you can see this, but this one's got a little hole poked out, and this one does not. Now, these 2 up top are going to be covered, so it doesn't matter. But I wonder if that's supposed to pop out, which I didn't even really see until this moment. But yeah, if it's supposed to, that would look more like a little hardware attaching it then, wouldn't it? Come on. I might have put another little drop of glue there, so everything holds tight. And that little thing we popped out through the back didn't get completely out because it is back. There we go. I was able to pop it out. And what about this one up here? This is going to be covered, these 2, so it does not matter. And now we're going to glue these 2 little pieces down. And someday I'm going to have the capability to zoom in without me standing up, looking down through my camera and seeing exactly what is in frame and what's, you know, how big everything is. But that is what I'm using right now, is my iPhone. It gives beautiful picture, but it doesn't give me a whole lot of flexibility as to, you know, zooming in and zooming out and doing it face on because my camera's facing down. Okay, we've got that glued down. I don't know if you can see that real well, but our little buckles are going to go on that. We're going to use these little pearlescent buckles. Get this glued. So yeah, not knowing what I'm going to do today or tonight's a little bit like, but you know, if all else fails, we can just stay home. And it's been a tradition in my family that we have fried chicken on Christmas Eve. And so even if I have to do it here, I'm going to go pick up some chicken and I'm going to make some eggnog, and I can be festive with just me and my husband. My kids live a little far. They're going to well, my daughter's working. She didn't want to pass up the money. And my son, like I said, he goes to his in-laws. And my youngest daughter, I think she goes to her significant other's in-laws as well. And so, yeah, not a whole lot going on. Now, when my mother was alive, my mother and father, and the kids were young, we used to go over there on Christmas Eve. But that's been many, many years ago. Let's dab off some of that glue. And we're going to put these, let's see, right about there looks good. If I can get them to stick on the luggage and not my fingers. And do I have a block? Put that down while I get glue on the back of this one. And then I will wipe off my hands because that is kind of annoying having glue on them. But it's been an interesting Advent season. I guess you could call it Advent. These 24 days of Christmas. It's just gone so quick. So quick. And it's just, I can't believe it. But I was looking, and Thanksgiving came a little later this year. It's always the last Thursday of November. No, the fourth Thursday of November. And sometimes after the fourth Thursday, we have a whole nother week in November, but not this year. This year, it went straight into December, a few days after Thanksgiving. So we were kind of stuck. Now let's glue this handle down. I want to get this so there's a little bit there. Now we could have just glued this straight to the card and then glued the handle that way. But I do want a little bit, like, yeah, just something like that. And just hold that down for a second. See, that looks pretty good. And now we got to figure out these. We've got our tag, which get a little bit of glue on there. I think I'm gonna have to do this with my fingers. Or where are my reverse tweezers? They're somewhere. But the picture showed the tag kind of hanging off of here. Can't really see it because it is the same color as the luggage, but we're gonna let that slide anyway. And that's why I think these being orange is like a good idea. We'll put one there. You know, they look like little stickers that have been plastered all over our bag. Want the one up there. Come on, get off. We're gonna put glue on these after I'm done. Put this there. Up a little bit. And this little circle can go, yeah, we'll do something like that. So now I have to switch hands so I could do this. Now I had these cut out originally because they cut out on the same die as the tag. So I did have some brown, but that would just, yeah, they wouldn't show up at all. So orange it is. I was thinking yellow or orange, you know, just something that lends a little pop to this. And I think the orange is just what we need. Orange, like orange, you glad I didn't say banana? Old joke, I don't know. If you know, you know. Okie dokie. Now we're gonna let that sit for a second and start putting our card together. But first, I think I need a piece of cardstock to stamp our bonjour on. Okay, we've got our suitcase all together. I went ahead and I stamped bonjour and using some VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink, and then I just put some clear embossing powder over it. And I used these memory box sentiment dies. So I used the smallest one, and 'cause it's got the little stitching just like our little things on our luggage, so why not? I was originally going to use the Simon Says stamp sentiment strips, but these worked. So I wonder if we should just pop that up. I haven't popped up a whole lot. Wow. Then I would have to start digging, and this would probably be an even longer video. So I think flat it is. If you enjoyed my series or even just this video, please give it a thumbs up. That is helping the algorithm, and I love you for it. I don't know if you can read that. That was pretty bad. Writing in glue has never been, you know, something I'm really good at. Of course, how many people write in glue? I don't know. So let's get this down and put that on our card base there. And let's go ahead and we're going to glue down our luggage. It's not exactly a trunk, but it is a big old-fashioned suitcase. I love it. I would love to find something like this. It would just almost be too pretty to take on trips, though, don't you think? We're just going to put that in the middle because I have no imagination. Well, I just think it looks good centered. And we're going to probably center our little banner as well. I mean, if it was a bigger die cut, I could think about putting the sentiment over it, but we're going to put it under it and then use some jewels, or some gems, whatever you want to call them, some something to make this pop a little more. Okay, originally I was thinking of the orange, but that would just, I think, be almost too much. It's pretty, it's a nice contrast, but we don't want our card to look gaudy. So I'm just going to use some cream colored ones, you know, and I think these are pretty. Just little enamel dots. And let's see if I can get them off of here. They're self-adhesive. I don't even know who these came from. These might have came in an old, was it Stamping for Less kit? I don't know, but one of those kits that just give you enough gems to do a few cards, which is fine because I have way too much stuff in my stash as it is. I mean, I'm drowning in stuff. And I need to start getting rid of some of it. It's almost scary. I mean, I just happen to have this background stamp. How often do you need something like that? I don't know. Well, I guess I used it, so that's something, right? And I think this is probably the second time I used it. I don't know. Should we put one over there? And that's 4, because we're kind of going in this direction now, but we need another one. Maybe, yeah, right there. And someday I'll figure out the correct placement of like bling on your card. Not today. Should I put a tiny one up there? Then we'll have 3 and 3. And I don't know. Well, let's take a look. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We pull it back off? Well, if you could do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, that would be great. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I'm hoping, you know, get up to 800 at least by the end of the year, and then I can aim for 1,000 after that, but I gotta reach that first milestone. So using Hero Arts background stamp, day 13, Bonjour, just a few gems and tone-on-tone ink, along with leather cardstock and pearlescent cardstock and stuff. We made a pretty nice, cute card. This would be good for somebody going on an extended trip, or just if you want to give it to somebody going on a short trip. At any rate, I love that little luggage. I love it. So that's it for, oh, no, it's not it. It's it for this card. I promised you that we were going to look at all the cards that I made. So let me just grab them. They're right behind me. So let's see, is this all of them? I believe. Making sure they were in a pile, and the pile kind of, you know, tipped itself over. I don't know exactly what days we made each of these because I did not label it. I probably should have, but let's go ahead and go through all of the cards. That is using the little bee. We've got our little vase, and thanks so much. This is a happy birthday card, an A1 happy birthday card. This is Hello Friend, and then the rest are happy birthday in rainbow order. We've got a tag that says Joy, love it, with some little die cuts. This is probably what came in the kit that day. Joy came out of my stash. This is from the kit. This is, I believe this was probably day 2 on this card. This little 4x4 card. We just did some watercoloring and Hello Friend. This, I'm not sure, was this day 1? No, this was not day 1. This card I think we made to use the Hello banner that came that day, and a little bit of pattern paper, and this is from the kit as well. We have a Sweet Day. The difference in the bees is I used yellow background on this one and a black background on that one. I think I like the yellow better. What do you think? I mean, the little stinger you can see better in the yellow. So, I mean, there's options. So, whatever way you like to do it. And I've got this cute little shaker card we made because we got sequins. The lemonade, pink lemonade, that's a die from the kit, as well as Have a Sweet Day. Another Have a Sweet Day. This popsicle die came with the kit, and so did the sentiment. The rest is mine. We've got the You Are Adored. The stamp came in the kit, and there is a stencil. You can't really see it behind the vellum too much. I was having a bad day when I made that one, so I thought vellum and embossing would be a little easier than trying to do something else. It turned out really pretty, regardless. Had to take a small sip of water there, sorry. We got another shaker card when we got sequins on, I really should have made notes and told you what day all these came in, but using the little floral and the vase die, we cut out a spot and used these sequins along with another sentiment from the kit that says Happy Birthday. Now this one, what came in the kit this day? Or maybe, did that one come with? No, this was a twofer, I believe. I think I made 2 cards the day I did this one. So I probably, yeah, should have looked it up. But this is a card that I made as a bonus, just using the sequins. Everything else came out of my stash. And then we've got this beautiful little tag that I popped up. I used pencils to color in a stamp we got on day 2. And then this is another sentiment stamp that came with the kit. And these dies that we used to pop up this lovely floral, that was what was in the kit that day. And then we also got You Made My Day. That came in the kit. And so I used stuff out of my stash to highlight this sentiment. And then Just Saying Hello. This was what came in the kit that day. It's just a little embossing folder. And of course, this Just Saying Hello and the vase came in the kit. Okay, our pile's getting a little too big. We've got a little bulldog here that came in the kit. Bulldog? No, a Frenchie. That came in the kit that day. I think that's what that is. And we just made a beautiful Valentine's Day card around it because it came with a little heart as well as the little doggy. So I figured, why not more hearts? And then this day, what came in the kit was a bunch of sentiments that were hello, bonjour, hola, ciao. So we just used them all in the background. A couple of floral die cuts from the kit, and From Me to You was also in the kit. We've got a lemonade card. This was the die for that day, the lemonade. And so everything else came out of my stash except for the sequins. Those came in the kit as well. And then we've got another little tag. And I believe the day I did this, hello was our sentiment that came in the kit that day. And so we just zhuzhed it up with some florals and went from there. And we've got another kit using this vase. This vase, I think, was day 4 or 5. It was in there early. but we had another little embossing folder we needed to use, so why not use it on this side like we did for this one? And again, just saying hello in glitter cardstock. It's almost the same exact card, only this one is a different embossing folder and different colors. And then we've got a seasoned greeting one. Everything came out of my stash except these little curly cues. That's what came in the kit that day, or the advent calendar. So I just pulled stuff out of my stash and made a Christmas card. This was what day was it? It was the day we got yellow sequins in the advent calendar, I'll tell you that much. And so that's what we did with the yellow sequins. I made another shaker card just using the die that came in day one. I cut out a window using the balloon die and just kind of made our little balloon. And now we've got this lovely, lovely card. This was day 7. We got this stencil, and so I stenciled this out and then just matted it with gold and some pink, and I think it's really, really pretty. So this was everything I made using the Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar. My thought on it is you get a lot. I would prefer if they made it more cohesive, where everything's meant to be used together. I mean, some of this, obviously, I did try to use as much from the kit on each card as I could, but some of them I had to just reach into my stash to get things to be able to make a card at all. And but it was enjoyable doing this series, and I'm sure I will be back again next year doing it again, but until then, I will be doing other things, and hopefully I will see you all soon. And that's it. So bye-bye for now, everybody.